You haven't even begun to explore the complexity of love and hip-hop, baby. This wasn't just any cast feud. It was personal, surgical, and the world anticipated another dramatic outburst from War Erica Mena as she sat in front of her live camera, her eyes frigid and her voice solid. But instead, she quietly whispered the words that would completely upend the reality TV industry. You truly believed that I would remain silent, and as a result, 2025 descended into one of the most chaotic, harmful, and scandalous seasons of when the rumors initially surfaced, no one wanted to believe it. Erica was well known for her drama, outbursts, and attention-grabbing moments on reality television. But this Erica asserted that the accusation alone was sufficient to cause jaws to drop, revealing that this wasn't for attention, but rather the truth. The man who had been Yendi Smith's not Safari, not some nameless connection, but her husband, her king, the guy she supported while he spent years in prison, was purportedly the father of Erica's child. The love and hip-hop fan audience, who had witnessed legal fights, baby mama drama, secret marriages, and cheating scandals, initially found it impossible to comprehend. This degree of treachery, this wasn't a plot point. This was a bomb. Erica asserted that this wasn't a casual affair, an intoxicated error, or a crazy one-night stand, insisting that there had been a hidden DNA testing is not one of those low-cost walk-in labs. Rather, it is a high-end facility that is only used by the famous, the wealthy, and those who prefer their secrets kept hidden. They feed you cucumber.water while they break your life, Erica said, and the repercussions were unmistakable, 99. Mendeecees was the father 98% of the time. However, the test disappeared as if it had never been conducted, and the lab claimed they never received the samples before she could make the announcement and the public could obtain it. Off-Grid, the website, was unavailable for maintenance. The chief physician was on vacation abroad, and all evidence leading to that test was abruptly removed, as if someone or several people had requested it. That evidence was hidden, and Erica claimed that the person was none other than Yendi Smith. Erica said that Yendi had utilized her contacts, including her legal team and public relations team. Let's go back a little because this story doesn't begin with Erica's bombshell. Rather, the seeds were planted by her industry influence to make that test disappear before anyone could see it. Insiders who had been put in covert meetings behind locked hotel doors away from cameras and producers started to leak information long before, which greatly strengthened the credibility of this scandal. Apparently, on a night of filming in Atlanta in 2023 for a Love and Hip Hop reunion crossover, producers inexplicably ordered cameras off for 2 hours. Answers: no footage, just blackness. Later the same night, crew workers reported seeing Erica wearing a full disguise sweatshirt stealthily leave the hotel floor where Mendeecees was sleeping. 10 minutes later, Mendeecees emerged wearing the same attire as before, but his shirt was oddly inside out. He was wearing big shades and trying to dodge any cameras or workers. Generated rumors, but no one was ready for what would come next. For months, Erica remained silent and low-key, leading people to believe that the drama was gone and that another Erica meltdown had occurred. Story ended, but Erica was constructing her case while everyone else was preoccupied. She was gathering receipts, Uber logs, hospital records, text conversations, screenshots, and, according to one even voice recordings of Mendeecees tremblingly asking, "What if that baby really is mine? That wasn't an accident. This was strategic. Were made by an unidentified production assistant." And then without warning, Erica flipped the switch. She dropped her first hint, a cryptic Instagram post, a photo of her baby boy with the chilling caption, "His real father knows who he is." That caption went viral, and followers started comparing pictures of the baby and Mendeecees side by side on every blog. People zeroed in on the baby's nose, eyes, and smile, the same distinctive smirk Mendeecees wore in his own childhood photos. On every fan page and gossip website, and even casual viewers commented that, in the meantime, Safari's silence was deafening. No pictures, no proud father posts, no adorable little things. Baby got Mendeecees' entire face and there isn't a single Safari feature in sight. Infant videos, it seemed as though Safari had completely fled the stage of fatherhood, and many close to him said that's exactly what happened when Erica told. When Safari found out she was expecting, he asked for a paternity test right once. The findings were unclear, and Safari openly and emotionally withdrew from the relationship. was not prepared to claim a child he wasn't certain was his, and then Yandhi appeared. As the rumors went viral online, Yandhi went live, but instead of refuting them, she paced back. She cried hysterically as she ripped off her hair and snatched her lashes off on camera, screaming, "You trifling Erica! You ruined my family!" Yandhi cried and ranting for more than 15 minutes, but she never once said, "That child isn't my husband's," during the entire live stream. Within hours, blogs jumped on the film of Yandhi's collapse, flooding YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, with headlines that shouted, "Yandhi breaks." That eerie quiet spoke volumes. Down over DNA revelation, marriage in ruins, men embroiled in paternity scandal. Suddenly, the rumor turned into a firestorm, yet the scenarios persisted, and screenshots of purported text exchanges between Mendeecees and Erica appeared, in which Mendeecees is said to have said, "You know this changes everything. If he's mine, we need the..." Timestamps were only a few weeks before the kid was delivered, weeks before Yandhi shared Bible passages on treachery and carrying God's most difficult struggles. And just when supporters believed things couldn't get much worse, security footage from a posh hotel in Atlanta was leaked anonymously. The tape was time-stamped within 6 weeks. The video showed Mendeecees and his helper arriving to the hotel before Erica delivered delivery, and then Erica sneaking in disguise. The two then went to the penthouse suite where, while all of this was going, Ansafri remained silent and the stillness began to feel purposeful. Erica stayed for almost 6 hours and the receipts continued to pile up. According to people close to him, Safari was aware of what was happening behind the scenes from the beginning and didn't want to be involved in the mess. But suddenly another voice joined the fray. "This ain't even the first time Mendeecees stepped out on Yandhi. I said it, now the truth is catching up," claimed Samantha, Mendeecees' ex-girlfriend, on her own tea livestream. Just when you thought the pot was boiling over, she even hinted that there might be more hidden kids out there that no one knew about. Then, a Mendeecees family friend disclosed what would turn out to be the most damaging information yet: the actual DNA test results, which neither Yandhi nor Erica Mendeecees had shared. "Sometimes silence ain't strength, it's guilt," was the caption that this anonymous source used while posting the documents, and it was printed in bold black paternity probability in letters. 99. 92% of social media did more than simply react. Hashtags, trending memes, and followers splitting into factions split into Yandhi's camp. Team Erica, we require the complete narrative. Instagram blogs, TikTok stitches, inundated feeds, and podcasts that devote weekly episodes to deciphering every new leak and cryptic. After each subtweet, Yandhi ultimately took legal action. Several sources have reported that she filed for legal separation, citing public humiliation and emotional hardship. Given irreversible damage, their once ideal marriage was now legally broken. But even at that point, Mendeecees wasn't prepared to concede defeat in the disclosed private emails between his producers and crew. Mendeecees used the popular reality TV Hail Mary line, "We were on a break." Yes, he used the notorious Ross Geller defense to support his claim that he and Yandhi were. When the kid was created, they were briefly separated. In theory, this wasn't cheating because Erica was aware of the scenario from the beginning, but the fans weren't buying it, so they produced receipts. Mendeecees was publicly criticized by fans in the comment section for posting romantic anniversary tributes to Yandhi during the purported break. "You weren't on a break when every week, you called her my queen on Instagram," while someone else commented, "You weren't on a break, you were just sloppy." At this point, no one could tell who was lying. While fans were still processing all that had already been revealed, the next chapter was just getting started since the internet was on fire. This was because the financial fight began quietly behind the scenes when separation papers arrived to Mendeecees' house, and several media outlets began to report that Erica was now getting ready to submit an official petition. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars each month for full paternity establishment and child support. Not ordinary child support, but celebrity-tier child support, because Mendeecees wasn't simply put. He was a well-known individual who was still involved in romantic relationships, commercial agreements, sponsorships, appearances, and brand collaborations, according to close sources. Erica's solicitors were prepared to request complete access to Mendeecees' financial records, commercial endeavors, production agreements, joint assets with Yandhi, and even properties that were purportedly kept in their family trust. And even though Mendy felt that parting ways with Yandi was difficult, he hadn't seen anything yet because, in accordance with New York law, if paternity was established, which according to the leaked test strongly implied that he would be facing child support payments of up to $15,000 to $20,000 per month alone. However, it didn't end there. Eric's attorneys were allegedly planning to subpoena Yandi as a key witness to explain why they would want to have her testify in court regarding their home income, because Yandi and Mendy shared enterprises and funds, their joint endeavors, and the chronology of events during the alleged separation. Yandi's quiet was not only sentimental but also lawful, because Erica played while these court preparations were being made. Her next card in public, she began giving interviews one by one. She got down with gossip websites, YouTube channels, and podcasts, and each word was well chosen but profound. "I didn't destroy their family, the lies did. All I did was throw a light on the truth," Erica stated in the interview. "They created this image as though they were royalty, untouchable. But when the truth is out, everyone suffers." The more she talked, the larger her fan base became, and she became the villain who didn't bat an eye. Even those who would ordinarily disliked Erica was now acknowledging that her reckless approach and unquestionable confidence were chilling. Her receipts. She even changed her Instagram bio to say, "Unbothered, unbought." Unrepentant, Erica hit back right away when a fan said, "This too shall pass," in response to one of her posts. "It won't pass until the truth comes out. And trust me, it's coming," she said. Following then, there were rumors of the broadcast paternity special. According to some insiders, Erica had proposed an exclusive paternity showdown of Mendeecees on one side, an envelope in the host's hand with the working title, "Whose Baby Is It?" on the other, and a live broadcast event where the DNA results would be read in front of an audience. Nevertheless, it was said that Mona Scott shut it down right away, calling it exploitative, hazardous, and detrimental to the franchise's reputation. However, not all executives agreed, with several producers, apparently pitching the idea to Zeus Network and BET+, claiming that in the viral culture of today, scandal sells better than any well-planned season could ever, because whether you liked Erica or not, she had done something that no producer had ever been able to achieve completely. She shattered the fourth wall of reality TV and used a real-life scandal to further her career. However, Erica took advantage of several. Employees claimed that Mendeecees was spinning since he refused to film for Love and Hip Hop during this time. Whenever the producers attempted to arrange scenes, he either canceled or his entire reaction was reduced to a single Instagram story with a black screen and white letters that stated, "A real man handles his business in private." He was completely ghosted instead. "Private after all, sir. Your business is already worldwide," the fans threw at him, flooding his comments with memes. Pages exploded, and Yandandi quietly retreated from public appearances for weeks, posting only cryptic Bible quotes while Mendeecees attempted to remain invisible. Her fan base was divided. Some supported her for being strong, while others watched silent films of her strolling by the water with lengthy subtitles about forgiveness, strength, and betrayal. Despite being called out by others for supposedly attempting to conceal the facts and aiding Mendeecees, the woman held her head high, but then another. During an Instagram live, a fan asked Jim Jones about the scandal. He merely shook his head and replied, "Men's wild and man, that's all I must say," as the surprise player entered the chat. Even Mama Jones couldn't help but make fun of fans after that one remark put the entire Love and Hip Hop community into a complete breakdown. The memes went viral right away. "I always told Yandi to keep your eyes open because men get weak, but women will shake your entire world," she wrote on Facebook. And you know who found that post appealing? Erica was widely popular on the internet. But behind the scenes, things were subtly getting perilous for Mendeecees due to the legal documents in the background was developing. Several sources verified that Erica's legal team submitted formal petitions seeking financial records from Love and Hip Hop producers, in addition to Mendeecees, to demonstrate how what began as a complicated reality TV story was now fully spilling into the courtroom, involving how much he made during the relationship and how much Erica could possibly seek for child support. Insiders claimed that Yandandi was holding emergency meetings with VH1 management, and that this was turning into a major catastrophe for Love and Hip Hop as a franchise, refused to work with any actors who kept hanging around with Erica, including some producers as well as co-stars. As a result, Entire production schedules were canceled, renegotiated contracts were canceled, and there were rumors that Mona was thinking of starting again with a new cast, a new city, and a total breakup with Yandy Mendeecees and Erica. Overall, her purported remarks during a private meeting summed it up. If they want to behave like kids, we'll treat them like kids. We've replaced bigger stars in the past, and everyone. When it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, another leak surfaced on the internet. This time, an unnamed hospital nurse apparently sent more invoices to one of the most prominent gossip sites that the father's name was missing from the birth certificate when Erica gave birth, and that she allegedly urged hospital officials, "Leave it blank, I need to confirm something first." According to the nurse, Mendeecees was also observed pacing the hospital parking lot the night of the delivery. He never entered, instead waiting anxiously outside before leaving in his car. The timetable matched all of the previously released information, including the hotel footage, the DNA test, the meltdown, the separation, the secret meetings, and the worst financial threat to date. According to if Mendeecees formally loses the paternity case, which was becoming more likely given the leaked 99.92% test, his child support will be subject to fresh paperwork. Since he and Yandy are still legally married, his debts could have an impact on her money as well. They could also affect joint assets, shared businesses, property holdings, and more. Potentially vulnerable, a single woman's clumsy charge might suddenly bring down 3 houses, 2 careers, and maybe the entire love and hip-hop industry. So, and how did Erica react to all of this? By doing what she does best, staying ahead of the mayhem and making money off of every moment, she shared a TikTok video with a caption. When supporters exclaimed, "I brought the DNA legendary behavior because I couldn't win without drama," that pushed them into a complete meltdown. Some admirers now openly questioned whether this was Erica's grand scheme from the beginning. Given the timeliness, accuracy, and well-timed informational drops, first the mysterious message, then the receipts, then the test results, the interviews, and the court documents, Erica allegedly did not just happen to be involved in the incident. Rather, she masterfully planned it as a media genius, and the payback was enormous. Received invitations for interviews, new spin-off series, and even a rumored 6F-figure Zeus Network special that focused on her version of the tale. While Mendeecees was hardly visible and was photographed by photographers, at one point reporters surrounded him shouting, "Is the baby yours?" as he slipped into a courtroom with his attorneys wearing dark shades and refused to answer any questions. However, Mendeecees remained mute. The only communication from his camp was a succinct, well-written public relations statement stating that Mendeecees is committed to managing his personal affairs in private, especially those involving small children, and family privacy. By this point, the fans were worn out, split, and fixated. Some branded Erica a cunning monster who deliberately destroyed a family, while others viewed her as a taking charge at last and revealing the discrimination women frequently encounter. Several admirers even contended that Yandy has been constructing her for years. Ideal wife persona while purportedly refusing to acknowledge her husband's behavior. And the truth was finally coming to light. Even inside the hip-hop and love cast, members were being selected from the world's sides. Participants who had been silent before started using likes to discreetly voice their opinions, untrustworthy captions, and retweets what used to be merely a clumsy reality. Show scandal has turned into a business. The DNA test for the earthquake wasn't merely, no longer was paperwork a weapon. And Erica nevertheless promised one more shocking revelation in her last interview prior to. Throughout the court hearings, Erica grinned into the stated to the camera, "This is only the starting, because when the actual paperwork is dropping, believe me, the world is moving to find out who has been keeping others safe." For some of your favorite producers over the years, executives and cast members have all recognized, and with that terrifying assurance that the whole internet waited in anticipation. Because the next time, if Erica was being honest, not only would a leak ruin a marriage, but might destroy the whole love and hip, the hop empire.